So good morning students.
Good morning.
So today we have gathered here to discuss about a case study topic, right? The case study topic I have chosen under the subject is Optical and Microwave Engineering, right? So I am handling you that subject, Optical and Microwave Engineering. So right now we have seen about unit 4 and 5 optical communication, right? So that's why I have chosen a topic about optical communication for rural internet connectivity, right? So let me discuss about that in detail, right? So case study is nothing but you have to explain it in detail, whatever it may be. The topic might be your any genre or any area or about a person, but it should be explained in detail. That is the meaning of case study, right? Okay. So let me discuss about that case study in detail. So first is about the introduction. Yes.
Today we'll discuss about introductions of optical communications and rural internet connectivity. So there are three types. The first one is limited of access educations, and second one is log of real world applications, and third one is poor network connections. The first one is the students are struggle to online classes, attend the more and more online internet connectivity is poor. So second one is the rurals are cannot easily market and price and more techniques used in internet connectivities. And third one is communications networks. So rurals cannot face difficulty in internet connectivity. So because of weak communication signals, so it the populations of LED and laser diodes are internet connectivity though. So Bluetooth are is connected to the optical communications.
So what is optical communication first? It is a form of telecommunication that uses light as its transmitting medium. That is the basic concept behind the optical communication, right? So in that we are using LED, ILD as the optical sources, and detectors will be photo detectors, avalanche photodiode, pin photodiode can be used as the detector, right? So optical communication plays a very vital role in underground communication, right? So this topic is very important. That's why I have told you. Right. Second is about the problem statement. Yes.
So here the main problem is the communication system should be affordable, effective, and it should be useful for long distance communication also. Since it is rural, long distance communication is one of the key factors. And our system should be cost effective, and it should be easy to install, and for long distance communication the amount of losses should be minimized. So my idea is to build a system which should be having a bridge between urban and rural with affordable network.
Yes. So actually when compared to other communication, optical communication is very long lasting. It is mostly used for broadcasting purposes, long distance communication, right? But some way the cost will be little more effective than other normal copper wire cables. Optical communication, optical fibers are a little bit costly, but still it is very effective than other types of communication. For underground communication, optical communication is the best choice, right? Okay. So next is about the idea behind that. Yes.
Okay, in this phase we are going to see about the idea behind the solution. To fix this problem, we use optical communication system based on fiber optics. And fiber optic cables can send data as light signals, so they can handle very high speeds and they don't lose when they travel even more long distance. And the idea is to set up a simple fiber network that connects the rural and city areas, nearby city areas. And to keep the cost low, we can get support from government and involve local communities and share infrastructure wherever possible. And for really remote places, we can use fiber optic networks. And make this system more reliable and easily usable for everyone.
Yes. So for long distance communication, the optical fibers should be extended, right? So for that purpose, we are going for splicing. So that is nothing but you are going to connect two fibers individually. That is the concept. So when you splice two optical fibers, it can be extended up to the kilometers. You can use the optical fibers. But there might be some losses that should be reduced. That you should keep it in mind. Fine. Yes. So next is about the working model. Yes.
In this working model, we see how optical communication works. First, LED sends data through a signals. The signals travel through a optical fiber. Then other side we have photodiode to convert that into electrical signal. That electrical signal gives the signal to rural areas. This is how optical communication works in rural areas.
Yes, actually the electrical signal should be converted into the optical signal. That interfacing equipment plays a vital role. That equipment we should monitor it in detail. Also the losses, what are the losses we have studied? Bending loss, scattering loss, coupling loss, right? So all these losses should be in order, particularly bending loss. If the bending in the optical fiber increases, the losses will be much more, right? So you should try to implement without bending, without occurring of bending in the AC, right? Yes. So next is about the
conclusion. Coming
Yes.
to the conclusions, we will be measuring the performance of the system by testing it under various conditions like the bandwidth, which we can able to measure how much data can be transmitted from one point to another point, and the reliability until which distance the signal is strong. After a certain distance, it become fade or weak, and the reliability and signal distortions can be prevented from this testings and measurements, which may be useful in deployment for the rural areas.
Yes. So what are the advantages of optical communication? Right? So first is about the minimal interference. Interference are very, there are two types of interference. Intra-symbol interference, inter-symbol interference, right? So both can be avoided in optical communication, right? So and security. It is much more secure than other types of communication, right? So for extensions, for repeaters, without the use of repeaters, we can use the optical communication, right? So while coming to the drawback, the cost regarding the equipment or regarding the splicing, that's the major drawback of optical communication. What are the applications? We can use in telecommunication, long distance communication first. First is about the long distance telecommunication purpose and about the CCTV, closed circuit TVs and LAN connection and regarding the fiber sensors, optical sensors. So all these places optical communication can be used, right? So in the upcoming 6G technology, 5G technology, so without the use of optical communication, so the telecommunication is not possible. That is the real-time originality, right? So, hope you understand about the case study topic in optical communication. Do you?
Yes.
So, thank you for gathering, students. Thank you so much.
Thank you.